So Apple just had their big iPhone event and showed off the new iPhone X. For the most part, I really like it, and will probably make a video on the best things about it in the future. As you can tell by the title of this video though, there are a few things that bothered me about it, which may ruin it for some customers. So first of all, the naming. The iPhone X. This was a really bad marketing move by Apple. There's already a lot of confusion for people that aren't super tuned into tech news, which is a lot of Apple customers. A lot of people just don't understand why there's an iPhone 8 and an iPhone X, and they're questioning what's happening with an iPhone 9. Then there's going to be extra confusion in the future when there actually is an iPhone X due to be released about what they're going to call it at that point. They really should have just called it the iPhone X, or more fittingly, the iPhone Pro, which would have kept in line with their other products like the MacBook Pro, the iMac Pro, and the iPad Pro. This was just a really bad job by the marketing department, which is a big shock from a company like Apple. So secondly, the sensor bar. It's not really the most aesthetically pleasing thing, but more importantly, it covers part of the screen. When watching movies or playing games or engaging in any other full screen content, the phone just covers part of the screen with the sensor bar. It's not really a huge deal, but it is bigger than you might first assume. It hides some of the details in videos and would make playing games with buttons on the sides very difficult. This is a really shocking move from Apple, who are usually at the forefront of immaculate design. And finally, the big one, FaceID. The facial recognition software and hardware Apple have implemented seems really fun with the animojis and all that. And I'm sure it'll be used in some more fun and creative ways, like animating your own characters to make mini Pixar-style movies on your iPhone. But from the demo, it seemed a bit too slow and inconvenient. A lot of people are saying that the first demo was a fail, but this was just a standard process that the iPhone goes through after a reboot. Even now, you have to type in your passcode before you can use Touch ID after the phone's rebooted, and it seems like the model that was being used on stage initially had only just been rebooted, so Face ID didn't really fail here, but it didn't make for a good start. It was, however, a bit slow and clunky. Touch ID is so well designed and implemented right now. I like just resting my thumb on the Touch ID sensor and having it unlocked before I even have to look at it. Face ID, on the other hand, had a bit of a delay and requires you to slide to unlock on top of having your face scanned. This might be sped up in the future, but for now it was a bit off. Face ID also seems a little less secure. While they say they've sorted out the issue of people using masks or photos to pretend to be a person to trick Face ID, a journalist from the Verge demoing the iPhone X showed that you could potentially take someone's phone, face it towards them briefly, and be into their phone quite easily. The only benefit I see to Face ID over Touch ID is the statistical safety difference they showed about how now there's supposedly a 1 in a million chance of someone else being mistaken for you. That being said, if you have a twin, that could be a problem. I like the edge-to-edge screen design and think that Apple could have kept this look and just put the Touch ID sensor on the back of the phone, maybe as the Apple logo. In fairness, we haven't seen Face ID being used by the masses on a daily basis, so I can't fully judge it yet, but these are just my initial thoughts. Overall, I actually really like the iPhone X. The gesture support seems fantastic, the phone itself looks great, and the possibilities to use Face ID for creative purposes is really exciting. Those main issues, however, really stood out to me, and shocked me as they seem like issues that really should have come up in the design department at a huge company like Apple. So anyway guys, this is my first YouTube video. Leave a like, leave your thoughts in the comments below, and I might make a few more videos like this in the future. Thanks, and hope you have a good one.